Do you want to live forever, or are you afraid to because you think growing old just means suffering? It doesn't have to be that way, and I'm going to tell you a few things that you can do today so that you can get more life out of your years. Hey, I'm Dr. Sten Ekberg with Wellness for Life, and by subscribing and following these videos, you will learn everything that you need to know to get healthy and stay healthy. Everybody wants to live for a really long time, but nobody wants to get older. And the way that we're living today, the evidence that we're observing, we're seeing people get older and they spend many more years being sick, and we think that that is something that has to be. People used to die very early because they get eaten by lions and bears and so forth, and we think that now we live longer and therefore we have to succumb to degenerative disease. But that is a fallacy. People talk about how we're living longer and longer, and that's why we get these diseases, and that we're living better and longer than ever. That is not true. We have more degenerative disease, and we've gotten to the point where the generation that is young now is the first generation ever that is not expected to live longer than their parents. So while we have gotten an increase in age because we don't starve and we have conquered certain diseases, we have now gotten to the point where life expectancy is not increasing. We have so much degeneration and so much diabetes, Alzheimer's, heart disease, and other degenerative diseases that we're not expected to live longer anymore. What we want to do is we want to live longer. We don't want to die longer. And with more people over 65 on more medications, we have 50% of the population over 65 is pre-diabetic. These are lifestyle diseases and they can be changed. So let's change our thinking away from just living more years to adding life to your years, adding quality life to your years, because this is not a mystery. There is no doubt whatsoever anymore about what is causing the decrease in quality of life. I don't know what the upper limit of aging or age is. I do believe that we can easily live to somewhere between 100 and 120 years old without significant degeneration. So how do we do that? Well, first we have to understand what the major detractors, what are the major things that cause us to degenerate. And there is plenty of evidence today that the number one thing is sugar. One of the most important organs to keep alive is the brain. And there's a direct inverse relationship between sugar consumption and brain health. So the more sugar we have, the higher our A1C is, the quicker our brain is shrinking. There's a direct linear relationship. Sugar is not a good idea. When they have done studies on humans and lab rats and all sorts of things, they find that by starving them just a little bit, they live much, much longer. But the mechanism of starvation is that they're not getting as many carbohydrates. Insulin is triggered by carbohydrates. Insulin is a storage hormone and it's a turnover hormone. It makes your cells turn over faster. So the number one thing that you can do to extend the life of your cells and to extend your life and reduce degeneration is to cut back on sugar. Get stable blood sugar, get away from insulin resistance. If you're looking for one marker to measure, it is A1C. The limit for pre-diabetic is in 5.7 to 6 something. That is not a healthy A1C. You want to be close to 5 if you're looking for a marker to measure. The other thing is stress. They have done numerous studies based on Hans Selye, the father of stress studies. They found that the more stress you have, the shorter you live. You can have a mouse or a rat live half as long by having them stress a whole lot. Your body has two portions, two branches to your autonomic nervous system. One is called fight flight, one is called feed breed. When you stress, you shut off your feed breed, you shut off your repair and healing. You speed up the turnover, you speed up inflammation, you speed up everything that makes you age faster. But we have to change our mindset. You don't have to be old just because you live a lot of years. That is a fallacy, it's a myth, it's a misconception. Some people think of the body as a machine or as a car, and they just think that, well, if the parts wear out, then you die, and if we can slow down the parts, then we can have you live longer. Well, we have to stop thinking of the body as a machine. Biology is not a machine. Biology do not operate on the same rules as machines or mechanical devices. Biology is information-based. Biology is energy-based. It's based on quality of food and air and environment. So biological age is not an absolute. You can be a lot younger biologically than your chronological age. At some point, we may be able to turn the rules around, but for right now, you probably can't be 70 and turn around to be 20. But what you can do is you can be 50 and you can be biologically younger in 10 years than you were 10 years ago. Those things are entirely possible. We see it in our clinic every day. People turning their life around, people feeling better, people having symptoms go away, people increasing energy. Those are simple principles of following the laws of nature and the laws of health. So hit that subscribe button and follow our channel, and we will keep giving you ideas on not just aging, but how to live life to the fullest, because it's all based on health. You can't have a quality of life if you're not healthy and feeling good. I'm Dr. Sten Ekberg. Thank you for your time.